We interrupt this regular scheduled program for an announcement regarding a health emergency. January 21st, the first confirmed case in the United States came in Washington State, where a man in his 30s developed symptoms after returning from a trip to Wuhan, China. On January 30th, the WHO declared a global health emergency. Soon after, travel was restricted from China. After the first death was reported outside of China, the disease was named COVID-19 on February 11th. For the next month, cruises were quarantined, confirmed cases rose all over the world, and the death toll increased every day dramatically. On March 13th, President Trump declared an emergency and all students were sent home from school throughout the country for an unknown amount of time. In most of New Jersey, March 13th began a new way of life for families. COVID-19 began its effects both negatively and positively on the family unit. Virtual learning was the most immediate effect from this deadly virus. One of the negative impacts of virtual learning was the need for parents and family members to be directly involved at all times. Parents had to explain assignments, monitor progress, and do this all while maintaining their homes and daily jobs. Another struggle was the new computer programs and the technology tools that needed to be mastered in order to complete assignments. At times, the tech tools did not work and were difficult to figure out across all grade levels for all family members. This was due to the fact that there was no preparation for this type of situation before, and the kids did not have enough background knowledge for the tech tools. In addition, COVID-19 negatively impacted the delivery of curriculum. Districts were not prepared for this type of learning. Families and educators worried that quality instruction might have been lost during this time. Oddly enough, there could be a few positive outcomes from the virtual experience. For example, students were able to find flexibility in their time management and completion of assignments. This could lessen pressure from time constraints that are found during a regular school time. In addition, benefits can be found in the new found independence and responsibility of all the students. Students need to take more ownership of their learning and develop lifelong skills of independence in this and peers and to respond to teacher critique all on their own. Independence is born. A final upside to this unique situation is the creation of an uninterpreted learning experience for the students. At school, students have many disruptions during the instruction from other students, assemblies, announcements, and even more. Besides family interruption, students can do all the work without those distractions. COVID-19 has a great impact on the jobs of millions of people. The first negative impact was the switch from jobs being done at home versus the workplace. People had to quickly create a work environment at home that would allow them to do their job successfully. It could be very difficult to do the job at home without the materials and resources available at offices and businesses. A dangerous scenario also developed for those people who had frontline careers. Healthcare professionals and essential workers had to show up to work each day despite the danger that they were putting themselves in. These frontline workers did their jobs because they had to keep the people that were sick, and many had to help the people that were sick, and many could not go home for weeks. Finally, millions of people lost their jobs and were put in financial stress. This massive loss of jobs not only impacted the individuals, but also lost the country. If you were looking at the glass half full and you can find some positive outcomes on the job front during the pandemic. An initial positive outcome of the job situation is being able to work at the comfort and safety of your own home. Millions of people left their office and were able to do their same job in their houses. Those that can do this felt a sense of security because they can control the interactions with the rest of the world. You could isolate yourself in whatever way you choose. Many people said that the greatest gift that came from working from home was the ability to spend more quality time with their family. Before the pandemic, many people were too busy commuting and working to spend any more time than a couple of hours a day attending sports events and after-school activities. Life was too busy, and now there's a chance to slow it down. Finally, many entrepreneurs and businesses have been forced to use this time as opportunity to adapt and grow their businesses in a different way. New delivery systems, websites, and curbside pickup are a few of these changes that have enabled businesses to survive and thrive. In conclusion, families have been impacted in many ways beyond the few discussions in this TED Talk. COVID-19 has changed the world in many ways. Hopefully, we can continue to find more positives from this worldwide health crisis. This pandemic has changed all of the knowns to unknowns. Life has changed, and we have to change with it.